They'll be calling you a radical. So back to the San Onofre. Where'd you sleep last night? Where'd you sleep last night? So I want to talk about this. It's getting attention everywhere. Isn't it funny? All this dirty work in the fucking trenches that I've done for so long, and this is where we get our fucking break, finally. The waste has been sitting on site for 45 fucking years. Look, you're saying, oh, we might have a fucking accident? Hello, I want to tell everybody out there that's watching this on San Onofre, you had an accident. Hello, that is Scram in 2011 in the fall. I'm the one that leaked that into the domain. The insiders, the whistleblowers inside came to me. I was doing videos from inside the bone marrow transplant center, LDS, full of cancer. They were coming to me. I was going in and out of a coma at the time, the very sickest, darkest place that I was in 2012. January 30th, to that very day. The same day that my little daughter brought me in the rock that I've carried in my pocket ever since. She was, what, that big? I mean, that was a while ago. They had a meltdown. It backed up. They were cheating on the exchange. It backed up into the core. They have a relief valve, and it blew. The core blew out. The valve released. It blew all over San Clemente. It blew nuclear freaking heavy, hardcore, heavy, full-blown out core all over. They were cheating on the exchange. The emails are all, I'm all over in those emails. Those whistleblowers were coming to me inside the bone marrow transplant. I was leaking in it. Just like when me and Joni Ray and I snuck in there and exposed the videos of the fake union workers when I was on death's doorstep in critical condition then. Stayed up freaking all night to get it to the freaking media. Get any thanks for that? So now this guy, thank God he came forward for OSHA, but remember, it's our group that got that video. Public watchdogs, Chuck, Peter, my group, us, me, that's my army. My army. They're like, oh, you see this, Kev? You been in here, we got it, they got pieces of it. I put it out there. Hello. Almost had a Chernobyl. Oh no, you had a Chernobyl, you had a Fukushima. And by the way, Fukushima is hammering Southern California harder than it's hammering Tokyo every day, all day. Hello, the jet stream moves left to right, just like it hammered here. Where'd you sleep last night? Don't you lie to me. Still smoke. It's still smoke. In California, the whole fucking place is on fire. So, lots of breaking news. So the CDC's come out again. You know, they're lagging data. Their data's lagging. They're putting out their 2016 data now. The longevity is that they put up their graph. You go right shortly thereafter Fukushima. I got cancer 2011, but you know, corporate dairy spraying Roundup all over here. Freaking, so you know, we're exposing the jet stream, this burning all over, coming out of us. You mix in these corporate horde fucking dairy farmers fucking spraying Roundup all day, mixing them with a little Fukushima. It's like a woman today, she says, well, I don't think that's what halal is. I never said that's what halal was. I've never said that. I call it Fuktoni, which is the synergistic effect of everything else we've fucking poisoned and fucking hoard out. Throw fucking full-blown out fucking nuclear meltdowns. You don't even know what it is. For 7 fucking years. Throw that into the ocean on top of it. Storms rise up of the ocean. So the longevity's head the fucking other way. So Oregon's got some new ones now. Scientists are mystified, they're baffled, they're puzzled, they're fucking perplexed. I thought I'm her. The other day, this is strange is their new word. Odd. Curious. Now they're alarmed. But they come out with the new ones all the time. The trend is startling. The trend is of concern. Remember, a record escapement. So now their new one is odd, strange, of concern. So, wake the fuck up. My neighbor got leukemia right there. He got leukemia right there. I got leukemia also. They both died. I'm still alive. Fucking moron, piece of shit. Look at this sun. Where'd you sleep last night? I got this at San Onofre. Under the number of times I've hiked in there, every time I go there I get fucking sick. You know what times I've been in there? If you knew the work I've done, I've been fighting those fucking monsters since I was that fucking big. I mean, I've been at them. All the whistleblowers who originally leaked it, we leaked on the exchange. So it played like this. So when they leaked that to me, Channel 10, Mitch from Channel 10 did a lot of work. The media actually put it out. People were like, whoa, 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 whoa. So then they decided, oh, we're going to fire it back up, and they were covering up and hiding all this. We're going to fire it back up at 70%. We're like, fuck you. No, you're not. You know, I'm in the bone marrow. I got all the field. I got all the attention because of the central line. I mean, just like Blue Castle. So we're like, fuck you. So I go to the hearing first out of the bone marrow transplant. My doctor paid for it. Fimbo. I mean, I was so sick. I get down there. That's on 2/12/2013. So right after the death of Aaron Swartz, I was in the throes then, boy. I was in so critical condition. I remember telling Gene Stone, Ace Hoffman, all those guys at the hearing. Well, by the way, the cops threw me out of the hearing while I was in critical condition before I even spoke. I was scheduled to speak. We packed the fucking place. And I remember telling everybody, they ain't gonna open. And he says, why? Because the judge ruled on our lawsuit against him that there has to be a court hearing. In California, court hearings are public domain. They're scared to death of fucking court hearings. I says, well, yeah, they are. That fuck, I don't care about this hearing. I says, oh yes, they do, and I'll tell you why. The only thing they're afraid of is jail, because they got all the money. They get all the fucking money they want at any fucking angle in any place they want. So I says, they're afraid of jail. And if people knew the truth that went on inside there and the corruption and the fucking crimes they pull, they're not about to let it go into courtroom. So I told everybody, we're going to hit the beach. We're going to hit the beach on D-Day. We're going to hit the beach on D-Day. So you think it's an irony? My army, my post, they're afraid of me. Emails will prove it to you. I have the emails between Brown and whatever, which were ruled to go forward. Oh, why do you think they're retracted? Under national security? Really? I know what the collusion is. Kamala Harris was the Attorney General. She goes in, raids his house after the fact. PV, your California commission working for you, gets it in handwritten in Warsaw, Poland. They were chopping up the money, cheating on this exchange, Mitsubishi, Hitachi. You know, the cover-ups in Ebony. I says, they'll never fucking reopen. I said that on 2/12 at the hearing. I did interview after interview after interview. We had media everywhere, but what happened, that's when that cop killer got caught up in Big Bear that day, and he just flooded the news cycle. Fuck it, it's always something with us, ain't it? It's so, you know, I told Gary Hedrick, I told fucking, you know, Gene, I told Dan, I told Ace, I told all of them. We've been battling our whole fucking lives right there. They're never gonna fucking reopen. Oh yeah, they'll reopen. I said, no they won't. No they won't. They're afraid of jail. And if it goes into the public domain, I'm gonna fucking leak all kinds of shit because I got it, and they, you know, I know. Sure shit, morning of D-Day, I'm the one that announced it to the world. Cubs win, Cubs win, Cubs win. They announced the world, we're done. Everybody's like, what? It was such a marquee event in fucking historical fucking terms. I'm telling you. If San Onofre goes, the fucking world's gonna go. The country's gonna go. The world's already way ahead of us. You know, the way he said it dropped down, so they're putting, I've been there lots of times, as you see my videos. I go in there, I take a lot of risk. So, they take the spent fuel, they put them in there. I got this San Onofre. I got the San Onofre, the nuclear football. They load the spent rods that are made right out here. Oh, look at that. Nice. And they're putting them in these canisters right on the beach, which is bullshit. By the way, you only get this from me because I'm working with the DOA and I'm working with everybody that's anybody. I'm telling you, it's still going to go to WIP. Mark my words, it's going to go to WIP, not on the beach. So they're putting it in there and it slipped and it dropped. These things are hotter of the hot in the canister. It caught on the rim, on an O-ring rim right there that's built to seal off. It caught, he said it caught by a 1/4 inch. I said, God, that could have been. Again, you already had a meltdown there. You had a meltdown there. On the 30th, I call it a steam malfunction. If backed up into the core, there's a relief valve, like a Fukushima, the relief valve didn't work, backed up and blew it. This relief valve worked. Relief valve fucking, oh God, oh yeah, it worked. Sprayed nuclear, so what does the relief valve do? It releases the fucking pressure out of the fucking core, which is the most toxic, hideous fucking substance, plutonium, 239, 40, some of it, you don't even know what it is, and then they have to vent it out of the reactor. right all over you, into the air. It's fucking killer of all kill. That's exactly what they did. That's exactly. Kamala Harris, when she's president, I hope she goes after him. But, wow, how cool is that? Oh, God. Don't rip that, Kev. That was a hell of a shot, dude. That's an autographed version, man. He's still right. I have a lot of stuff people have given me along the years. I painted that in 1994. She's dead. That's the girl that I was with, Annika. I called it the nuclear triangle, the nuclear triangle. Look at the date. I didn't even know that, realize that was the day. Wow. Look at the script. I painted that in 94 out of my subconscious. Didn't even really think about it. God, look at the plume come. Woo. That's her. I found that in the tide pool at La Jolla, that sticker last time I was there. I found all those glasses in the tide PB. I'll be back there soon. I miss everybody. I miss San Diego. The only reason I haven't moved back to San Diego, you know, I grew up here and there. The only reason I'm not there is because the water at Carlsbad, it's what I call the Farrah Fawcett. 10% of all drinking water is coming out of the Pacific Ocean. And that's the only reason I haven't moved there. I'm afraid of the water. Of course, I live here in the middle of the Roundup. Fuck, we're fucked no matter where we go, right? Fuck, like we got a chance. So, you know, you're all gone. I'm glad the media's finally got on this. I mean, but where were you? Where were you? She grew up next to Chernobyl. She grew up, or yeah, she's a Ukrainian girl. Annika was her name. She told me when they entombed her, they come and got both her brothers. And had a 19 and 18-year-old, or a 17-year-old brother. They just come and knocked on doors and says, come on, go. They both died of cancer long before. She died in 99. She was beautiful, incredible, intense. I met her in the Nevada test site protesting with Megan Rice's mother. That's how long I've been at this. Yeah, I've been fighting my dad from San Onofre right there. He fought him tooth and nail his whole life. He died of leukemia. I mean, we're all contaminated to the freaking 10th power. Look at the script, what it says. Who put this out? Read it. For information on solar energy. For information on solar energy. Jimmy Carter. Solar panels on the White House. That was how many fucking years ago? Fuck. I graduated from high school in '78. Wow. See you back in San Diego soon. I don't know if I'm going to be able to make Vienna. I can't raise the money. I haven't been able to raise the money. I want to go. But because their general conference is the 16th. Kopiana died at 80, the new norm. So, if it wasn't for us grassrooters, you wouldn't even fucking know anything. Us grassroots activists, you wouldn't know shit. It's a big story. I'm telling you. And if it wasn't for our work and our small teeny army and the grassrooters, you wouldn't know shit. And I like how, I mean, probably Watchdogs, I guess, get some money, but I've been out there much longer than them. They'll tell you straight up on the guy who freely invented them. And, you know, and where were they when I did all the trenches? They're out there, and I appreciate their work. They get all the funding. I don't get shit. I just do all the fucking dirty work for 7 years while I'm full of leukemia, going out of a coma, open heart surgery, fucking fighting for my life. It's pretty amazing. I got to be the most overlooked, underappreciated activist in world history. Seriously. That's I mean, it's just the way it is. It's true. Sadly, but true. I mean, the work I do, the dirty work I do, fucking on so many fronts. So, I'm not going to give up. The fight is the life. Stay tuned. The San Onofre goes, the country gonna go, you know. We don't want it on that fucking beach. As I say, not on the fucking beach. It's gonna go to WHIP. Mark my words, I'm gonna get it in WHIP. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. Stay tuned. Thank you to everybody who has. You know, thank you to Rachel down there for her work in Japan. That's from the early protest that was given to me. I have so much stuff. Inside Japan. They fought, they tried. But nobody seems to give a fuck. But At least finally the LA Times has reported it. Finally, after all these years, finally, you had a meltdown. You had a core meltdown. Inside the core it blew. Steam malfunction, oh no, it blew fucking heavily all over you there. And we know we've got a spike going on. There's a cancer spike, a big time cancer spike going on in San Clemente. I'm telling you, in Orange County for real, big time. I mean, it's well documented. And I like the doctors, they want to talk. I talk to doctors. There's a famous surfer photographer down there. His name is Joe. He contacted me one time and he says, out of nowhere, he says, I'm a surfer at Malibu. I got testicular cancer. I wanted to see my doctor. My doctor says, you still surfing at San Onofre? Yeah. He says, do you know about Fukushima? How about a guy named Kevin Blanch? Ever heard of him? His doctor told him that. No. He says, he Googled me. He had no clue. His doctor. He says, we watched your videos on the beach for a long time. You know, he used to be around. His niece was a famous surfer there. She got leukemia and died in 2015, I believe, or 2016. So it's very real. It's very real. So you can go in denial all the fuck you want. Stay tuned. It's very sad what they've done to us. Stay tuned.